This is the second video explaining the steps to cellular respiration for AP Biology. This video is going to describe the transition step, and I have ultra good handwriting on the iPad. Basically what we need to do, we talked about glycolysis and how the product of glycolysis is two molecules of pyruvate. So the pyruvate is formed in the cytoplasm of the cell, and now it needs to be imported into the mitochondrial matrix where the next step will take place. The next step is called the citric acid cycle, or it used to be called the Krebs cycle, so you may hear either one of those terms. But basically, this orange part of the diagram here on the right hand side is showing you the inner portion of the mitochondria called the mitochondrial matrix, and the pyruvate in this picture is sitting in the cytoplasm of the cell. So in order for pyruvate to get into the cell, or into the mitochondria rather, it has to undergo some changes, and before we can start the Krebs cycle or the citric acid cycle, we have to convert pyruvate into this compound called acetyl-CoA. And in order to do that, it has to undergo just a couple of changes. So the first thing that happens is a carbon dioxide molecule, which is in gray here, you see it, surrounded by a little gray right here, is going to be removed from this compound and it ends up right here. Now you probably know that carbon dioxide is a waste product of cellular respiration. You remember that the cellular respiration equation, C6H12O6 plus 6 oxygen, yields 6 CO2 and 6 H2O. So right here we have some of our waste products are showing up, just one of them per pyruvate molecule. So total, since we started with 2 pyruvates from one molecule of glucose, we end up with 2 pyruvates. Pyruvate, I can spell. We're going to end up with 2 carbon dioxide molecules. We still have to make 4 more of them later on, but for now we've got 2 carbon dioxides being released in this step. We're also going to be doing some converting of NAD to NADH, and we learned in the last video that when we gain electrons, or in biology we gain hydrogens, because a hydrogen is just a proton and an electron, we are reducing. So we're going to reduce NAD to NADH. A compound called coenzyme A is going to be added on to this molecule that's being modified, and we end up with our product acetyl-CoA, and this is what will then be taken over to the Krebs cycle or citric acid cycle in the next video.